Good afternoon, dear viewers.
Okay, back to the live.
Good afternoon, viewers. Once again, another class act. Just 20 minutes or so watching world-class action. I like to say some of the stuff these guys produce on table is world-class. Not that I'm very sure they are world-class players, but some of the stuff they do, we are watching world-class pool. Ibrahim Sejemba, one of Uganda's best players, taking on the national team captain in Habib Vs Ibra. This is about the fourth time they are meeting in the last 2 or 3 weeks. Maybe the fifth. Just yesterday, on Ibra's path to winning that 8-ball comp, he did beat Habib in the first round of his second life. I also remember last week on Thursday, that tournament that was won by computer. These two players sorry guys for that network glitch. I like to remind sometimes that when the network is very good, it's not because of me that it's good, but also when it becomes bad, it's not because of me that it's bad. Just having to contend with the only two network providers that we have in the country. Sometimes one of them is not dependable, sometimes both. So I always try to switch between networks, sometimes even switch between gadgets until I get what is best for myself and especially for yourselves as viewers. This is Habib Vs Ibra trying to steal a game away from Ibra. There he does. He's full of class in himself, full of longevity, full of consistency, sometimes full of winning. It is Habib 1 and Ibra 0. He likes to joke a lot, Habib. The draws for this tournament were done yesterday, just after the draws for the tournament that happened in Mokono were done. And both of the tournaments were pitting these players to face in the first round. He told me that, you know what, Ibra is very unlucky. You imagine I'm going to beat him twice in 2 tournaments. Of course, yesterday Ibra won, and today here we are. Yes, for now I can see the video has stabilized for the good. You can even choose to adjust its quality in the video settings. When you touch your screen, if you are watching from a phone, you go to the settings, the icon that pops up on the top right of your screen, then you select quality and then advanced, and then select a figure as high as your data bundles can afford. The higher the figure, the better the video, but the more data bundles that you consume. And how about that one? For Haiti ball moving around like some kind of snake, it looked so good on the eye. And yet he got it to the exact position where he wanted it. I'm not so sure, by the way, that you can see that yellow ball he's looking at in full. There is chance that part of the ball is snookered by the jaw of that center pocket. And indeed, that's why he's... Yes. It is why he's not potting. He was not seeing that ball in full. Ibra can get a chance to play a game that is so close and so heavily poised in the balance. Could be won by Ibra, could be won by Habib in equal measure. The race is only and only 4. After this match, we are going back to Facebook. Ivan Kuda Makandira, you say invest in Starlink. I don't know Starlink, as if I've heard Starlink like an airline in Southern Africa or something. Maybe. Jamil Katerega, you call this a must win for Habi. He wants to win. But if he doesn't win, it's okay, it's just a game. And he's facing an equally good player, if not a better player. Alan Bakwanamaha, thank you for watching. Edrin Senyonga, supporting Ibra straight out Kalisizo. Oops. Alright, sometimes these guys hit the balls hard, as if they intend to break them. But the venue is becoming narrower for the increasing number, the influx of personnel of people coming into the venue. You can see Ivan Kanyesje already at the arena. Ruki and Naiga around the star players in the ladies category. You can see Rita Nimosima, Rashida Motesi Zaimat Nabaf. And also men, Peter Mainja, Idi Walusimbi, Ibrahim Kayanja did play with Jackson Asiku, and believe you me, Ibrahim Kayanja is out. Some big name victims. I've seen Hazard around, by the way. Joseph Kasozi, Ibrahim Kayanja, Ian Kazebe, all out by lunchtime in the first round. Sometimes this sport is so brutal towards its participants. Knockout and short races. And then just like that, you're beaten and you need to trek the journey back home and wait for another day. That's why Ibra has to be very careful with this frame. Has to find a way of winning it. I'm not so sure there's enough space between the yellow ball at the center pocket and the corner and the jaw of the pocket for him to pass the red. Yes, there was space. And now that there was space, here we are at a situation where an equalizer is pretty much obvious. White ball rolls around the black to have both balls put to that same center pocket. Makes it look easier than it actually was, as he puts black for the first time, Ibrahim Sejemba, to equalize. It is 1 for Ibra and 1 for Habib, the rest to 4. Edith Nyangulu, watching from Malawi. Thank you for watching. You're saying you're supporting the other guy, not Ibra, so you're definitely not supporting someone, but you're supporting against someone. It is your right as a supporter. But thank you for watching, and shout out to everybody in Malawi. And great for me, your favorite player, the biggest player there that side, the guy that is called Stanford Griven Jinte. He's rumored to be touring very shortly the country of Eswatini. We'll be looking forward to his matches with the best players from Eswatini, especially Gobezi. Thank you for watching. Dennis Ochan from URA, probably from one of the offices of URA is the Uganda Revenue Authority. So I think Richard Ochan is a guy that has money. Uganda Revenue Authority is the body that taxes all Ugandans. Population of about 45 million people, and about the big majority of them pay taxes. And yes, Richard is the guy that taxes them. A big guy, that one, I think. Marvin Kuda. Thank you for watching. So we'll also be streaming some of the ladies' games. Ladies' pool, by the way, is quite passionate, most especially if you're from Uganda. I don't say, like I've been saying, that these players are world class, the males, but the female, the top players from Uganda, the females, in comparison to other players elsewhere in the world, they are among the very best that the world has to offer in black ball on the small table. Some of them, of course, not all. And yet even this match is between two players that don't consistently produce world-class action, but when they are having their game on, you can really, really get entertained. In particular, Ibra is the defending champion of the Grand Michana Open Championship tournament, which at the time that it was held last year, in terms of cash prize, it was the biggest on the African continent. It was the only one that was giving out $5,000 for the winner, with cash prizes over up to 16 players. The tournament is taking place on the 4th of December. Am I right? Yes, I am. For 5 days at the Mchana Bar and Grill alongside Ngong Road in the East African city of Nairobi, Kenya. Eugene, thank you for watching. I think that Ibra will be clearing. All right, good luck to you and him. A very short race is very unpredictable pool. As long as players are decent enough, they can very easily sort each other out. The combination shot from Habib putting two reds was not exactly what he wanted. And this is the same situation that has allowed Ibra back in this game. 1-1 race to 3. I'm calling it race to 3 because they have one apiece. It's officially race to 4, but now they are on a race to 3. Yes, the idea was clear. Ibra wanted to have Habib snookered totally, and yet he allows Habib sight of one of his red balls, which if he can put to the corner pocket closest to your screen, maybe he would be on his way. There he goes. The pot is just slightly inaccurate. Ibra doesn't believe his luck. The game, like I say, is so brutal that very near margins, very thin margins, can be the difference between victory and defeat, and that one was so clearly reminiscent of that. And after that narrow escape, Ibra will be knowing that he shouldn't be giving out such opportunities to a player this good. Thank you, Noko. You're watching from Lesotho, supporting Ibra. The game is taking way more time than I anticipated it would. At the speed of the match between the computer and the Kasozi, after this time, probably the match was done. What is seemingly likely is that this frame is done after that foul by Ibra. And the tablecloth is so fast. But I'm also sure that these players have played on all sorts of tablecloths. And of course, both of them are playing on this table for the very first time. Of course, this new arena is being opened today using this tournament as a launch mark. And there we go. That is accurate. Straight line in between the white ball, the black ball, and the center pocket. Even with his eyes closed, sometimes he can put that on Habib Vs 2 and Ibrahim Sejemba 1 race to 4.
Wonderful.
Ibra 2 and Habib 2. It is now a race to 2. And more tight and even more tense. And yet more predictable. There was 2020 when, for whatever reason, Ibra decided to become stubborn, and he decided to invite the whole country of Uganda, as long as anybody knew how to play the game of pool, to money matches, giving everybody no black handicap, where the opponents simply had to put their own color of balls, either the reds or the yellows, and not bother playing the black. Then they will have won those games. He only excluded, I remember, Joseph Kasozi and Caesar and Mansour and Geoffrey Setumba. For the rest of the players, he said they are welcome at a venue of their choice and stake of their choice and the rest of their choice. And indeed, stubbornly, I will say, he was successful against the majority of them, including the legendaries in Amos Ndiagumanawe and Alfred Gumekiriza, including Isaac Sebufu, including Alan Nsubuga, the guy who won the first match that was streamed today, by the way, and a few others. The player who was stubbornest amongst them all was Habib, because he won that money match when he was head started with, when he was given no black handicap in a race to 16. And after some weeks, Ibra appealed, and still Habib won. And after another few weeks, Ibra appealed yet again, and still Habib won. That was the end of the no black sessions. And since then, while they remain good friends, on the table they are big rivals. One of the last times that Ibra was beaten by Habib, if you remember, a tournament that happened in the district of Rushere, about 250 kilometers west of Kampala. A comp that was won by Hazard after beating Habib in the final, the semi. Habib did beat Ibra. Rest 7, I remember it ending 7-5 after Ibra going 4-1 up. Also, third place match in the Grand Open Championship of the Polar Station of Uganda last year. Tournament that was won by Joseph Kasozi. Of course, Kasozi beat Habib in the final, and Caesar beat Ibra in the semi-final. Kasozi beat Habib, and another semi-final Caesar beat Ibra, and then Kasozi, Ibra, and Habib faced off in the third place match that was won by Habib. And of course, exactly 7 days ago, that comp that was won by the computer, Ibra was beaten by Habib in the first round. Outside of those three, it has pretty much been Ibra all the way, and they've been meeting off in comps like this one. Today's match between them, for the two players, will be one of the more memorable ones, because of what is involved, especially in a very short race. And I don't know why these guys actually are drawn against each other so many times. And yet most of the times they face off in the early rounds of the tournament. Ibra has to be on big target in this one. And that is the target. Where is the white going? White is a little bit tricky, but I will say okay. As long as you can have a ball to pot, there is that yellow closest to your screen on the right near the red ball. It is portable to the corner pocket, bottom left. The two yellows that are around the center pocket, I'm not so sure that they are easily portable. He has to go for a ball he can pot because his only route to victory right now is by attacking this existing yellow game. If he doesn't, Habib's reds are there for his taking. And he plays as though he were listening to me. A shot that will work for him, a shot that is to big disadvantage of Habib. There is now even a bigger likelihood that Ibra is going 3-2 up. There was that interception of the white ball because Ibra wanted that yellow ball he's about to put in the center pocket to instead be potted to the corner pocket on the left of your screen. But no problem, that one will do. Luck comes only for the prepared ones. That is one of the better clearances Ibra will be making against Habib in this match, but the second one in a row. And for the first time in the match, Ibra is in the lead. 2 games to go. Habib needs to win both of them right now, or else he heads back home immediately afterwards. Ekibuuzo kyendowooza mu tournament okweyongera okutambulamu abamu babateeke ku kameeza kano akali wano kalabye simanyi bakali katayi abayagala kuzanya nga obudde talina nga bakkiriza nga bazanya ono tournament ngirabanga eggwa ssaawa nga 11 ate era eba eyanguye speedi kwetambulire kumi n'emu ku makya katulowooza okuvawo okuzanya fayive ajja kuvaawa nga nabbini sigamba ez'akawungeezi wezoozukukiraku sipiidi eno kweri nze njirabanga egenda eyo nti no bagabye ebirawo biwedde 10 n'ezi nakuddamu njogerera omutegesi abakubise nnya paka nyanya toddamu kwano kati awo dada awo kiri kitya biwedde kasozi wano bamaze waggulu It is now starting to look likely that this is the opportunity that Ibra was looking for to finally take down Habib once and for all, which will be a second time in about 22 hours. Yesterday, at the venue that was Habib's own home venue, in the first round, which was a rest 1 frame more, rest 5, it ended in Ibra's favor, 5-3. Right now, Ibra is leading 3-2 after 5 games played, and yet he right now has another opportunity to have bragging rights on Habib to retain a chance to try and win a second tournament in 2 days, something which he would have done for the first time in his career. There's a lot of social media talk, especially in the comment section on this page and the Facebook page, that people are pulling Ibra's legs. Caesar's fans are saying Ibra is utilizing the absence of Caesar, and Ibra's fans are saying, okay, the banter is just healthy for the list. Now these 2 red balls that are the corner pocket, even a weak player that Wesley Raymond Jr. can pot them. The mind of Ibra and his fans, and many at the venue, will be on the black, which by Ibra simply rolling his one and only left red ball will leave him a white ball at that same spot where there is the red ball. Maybe move it a little bit more leftwards, just by a few centimeters, then be able to put black to the corner pocket on the left. Well, that is the shot, but he moved the white ball so many centimeters away from the black. One thing that he has failed to do is that he has not read the table so well, that the cloth is so speedy compared to tablecloth that he's accustomed to playing on. This is now advantage Habib, unless Ibra finds the black off the angle, not just finding it but potting it, which will give him the victory. Any chance given to Habib to play again in this game will be advantage to him. That is the shot. Yes, he doesn't foul, but still Ibra will not be happy with himself. Oops. While I was talking, I was not looking at the movement of the black ball. He almost won, just by a whisker. Habib is finding himself with a chance in this game. He must make a clearance here, then take us to a decider, or himself to go home. The pot is a little bit obvious, if I can borrow the word, but finding the white ball, given the angle of the white ball in relation to the yellow he's looking at, is not obvious. If he draws the black ball backwards, it will not give him a position enough to roll. There will be left yellow ball to the corner pocket near where he's standing. That is why he is having his mind in the sky. Not only has he to pot, he needs big skill to maneuver that white ball. And I don't think he wants to play snooker. Snooker is very easy, but the angle is not difficult at all for Ibra to find the black off the cushion, and any touch on the black ball gets it potted. That's why Habib has to be so cautious. A very important shot, this one. Look at the skill for him to maneuver the white ball. Oops, I think he simply wants to bank that remaining yellow ball. He wants to play it double to the corner pocket on the top right of your screen. White ball moves naturally towards the midpoint of the table. There we go. There we are. That's why I like to say that pool is a gift that always keeps on giving. You always think that you've seen enough, and then when you get to see again, you watch more. This game, just like that, from the whiskers of an Ibra victory, is now poised in a decider. Ibrahim Sajamba 3 and Habib Sabuguzi 3. Rest 4, it is now rest 1. Sometimes I like to let you watch and see this action as it unveils on your own without even interfering. You're viewing with my commentary. These are one of the moments when one game is so crucial to players who have been training for more than 10 years, and yet all of that training has to be perfected in only one game, with no chance to blink, no chance to miss a shot, no chance to miss a ball, no chance to move the white ball inaccurately. It is so painful. This game is so brutal when things don't come off. Ibra, for some reason, is wanting to start with the top ball. Okay, he mustn't miss the white ball in its movement. And I don't think he will be so unhappy with himself about the white ball. He can go for center pocket, he could go for the corner pocket closest to your screen, depending on the behavior he wants of the white ball in comparison to the black ball. He is trying to observe if there is sight, if there is a passage of that black ball to the corner pocket. If the passage is there, I'm sure he will be going for the center pocket. If it is not, then he will be going for the corner pocket because it gives him leeway to open up the black. He's going for the center pocket, hopefully for him using Habib's red as support, just like that. Good shooting, good brains. And one more shot is the difference between him and the place in the second round, but also the difference between himself and Habib exiting the tournament. The black ball is spotted. A round of applause from the fans from Ibra. The tightest game in the competition so far. Race to 4. Just a few games that have been played for quite much time related to what was expected. Nonetheless, Ibra progresses to the second round and Habib progresses home. We meet on Break and Finish Live Facebook.